Welcome, it's Brendel, and today we are going to be jumping into our June budget. I know it's been a little bit, but I'm so excited to share this with you. This last month or so has been a bit of an adjustment for me. I did start working, so I needed to figure out a balance. May is also my birthday month, as well as Mother's Day, my mother-in-law's birthday. I have two brother-in-law's birthdays are in May. It's kind of a busy month for us. So let's get started. So to start off, we have our monthly budget here, and I am still going to be combining our income. So this will reflect a full month of income from Matt and I, and we are expecting to bring in $6,000. For our mortgage, that is $1,181 still. Our phone bill is $137. For cleaners, this is an estimate. So when I stopped working, we did cancel the cleaners, but with me going back to work, we're going to try to bring that back in. So when we left last fall, it was $135 a month, so I don't know if that's changed now. It seems like prices of things have been going up, so that could go up as well. For sewer and garbage, that is $77. Life insurance is $38. Our internet is $30. Netflix is $10, and Hulu is $1. That brings our fixed expenses to $1,609. Next, we have sinking funds, and we plan to put $1,818 into our sinking funds. For groceries, we did increase this to $600. We increased it last month to $600. We did go over, but I think that was because of my birthday party. I allocated the food to groceries instead of entertainment. It was a little hard to separate that, so we'll see how June goes and whether we need to keep it at $600 or increase it more. For restaurant, we are doing $75. That brings our variable up to $2,493. And then to get our savings, we take our combined income minus our fixed expenses minus our variable expenses to get $1,898 that we hope to put into savings, and that will be the total for our extras. So that is a quick glance at our June budget and how we want to cover our main bills and then our variable and savings. Now we are going to dive into our sinking funds, which has all the nitty-gritty good stuff. So we don't have the beginning yet. That will be the same as the ending for May. So since May is not over, we don't have that. We do have our budget amounts, and these other columns will be at the end of June. So for what we're budgeting to put into our sinking funds, which the total will match this 1818 number. For Amazon, we are not contributing to. Our auto insurance is fully funded, so we're not contributing there either. Auto maintenance, we're going to add $120. We have a car wash membership that comes out every month for $20 in there, and then we want to fix a few things on Matt's truck. Next, we have beauty. I'm going to add $100. I get my eyebrows done, and then I do think I want to pick up a few nail polishes, so that'll hopefully be in there. Car tabs is fully funded. Clothes, Matt and I are contributing $50 each. Costco is fully funded. For dogs, we are adding $200. Leah needs to have her yearly vet visit, and I need to get it scheduled. They are booked out a ways, which is unfortunate. We really like the vet that we see, so we want to start saving up for that. She is older, so I'm gonna want to get a blood test for her. which costs a little bit, but it will give us peace of mind if it comes back clean. And if it doesn't, then we can tackle things proactively. Our electric, we average $90 a month. Entertainment, we are budgeting $150. We want to do a few things with the family, maybe take everybody mini golfing, out to breakfast, just kind of be more active with our friends and family. For fitness and health, we are going to be adding 100. We want to pick up some protein and some other little things. Furniture, we're not contributing towards. We would really like a new living room set with a sofa and a couch, but we're just not ready to make that commitment yet. So once we've kind of decided on that, we'll start contributing towards it. For gas, we are bumping this up to $300. I mean, everybody knows gas is going up, so we just want to be proactive. We do both have motorcycles, and Matt's been riding his. I'm waiting until it gets a little warmer. It's been kind of chilly these days. For gifts for Christmas, that's fully funded. For gifts in general, we do have some still in the fund, but we want to continue to contribute towards it, so we are going to add 100. HOA is fully funded if we still have an HOA. Matt was talking with the neighbors, and it sounds like it might have been dissolved, but I still need to look into that. Home extras, we are adding 50. We want to get some wax warmers, or wax melts, I guess. We have the warmers, we just need to get some wax melts. Home improvement, we are adding 150. We are going to slowly save up for a fence. We do need to do it this summer, so we'll see if it happens in July or June. Or sorry, July or August. It definitely is not going to happen in June. And we have to pay the sprinkler guy who came out last month, but I didn't get that paid. And then for the fence, along with the boards, we'll have to get stain as well. So next we have hunting and outdoors. We're adding 150, which Matt's Onyx subscription comes out in June, and we are buying a life jacket for Matt in June. Medical, we are adding 50. Office and books, we are adding 40. Technology, we're not adding anything. And vacation, we're adding 100. And lastly, we have water bill, which we have averaged it out to $18 a month. It is billed quarterly, so we won't see anything for that. So then if you add all of this up, it comes out to $1,818. Oops. Okay, clean that up a bit. So that is where we expect all of our June money to go to. So what we do is we do under budget our income and try to over budget our expenses. So this is how we do it. So next we are going to look at our paycheck breakdown, and I've already transferred over the budget information that we just went through over here, and we're gonna break out this monthly budget into our paychecks. Matt and I's paychecks are separated throughout the month, so I decided to break them out into 4 columns. Previously, I combined them into just 2 paychecks, but they are a little bit farther apart than before, so it's almost like we're getting paid once a week. So that's kind of how we did it. So you can see Matt gets paid at that very last day of the month, but we use it towards this first half of the month. Then I get paid on the 10th. He'll get paid on the 15th, and then I'll get paid technically on the 25th, but we'll get it on the 24th. And so as you can see, it is once a week. And so we'll use that to figure out what paychecks will pay for what bills. So the first paycheck we will get we estimate about $1,600. The second one will be $1,400, and then $1,600 and $1,400. So next we have this holdover, which we will kind of go over a little later. Then we will kind of go down this list and determine where we want to put these. So first we have our mortgage, which technically is at the end of the month, but we don't have a lot coming out of our first paycheck or the second paycheck. So we're going to kind of split that. From the first paycheck, we're going to take $600. And then the second paycheck, we're going to take the remaining $581. Next, we have the phone bill, and that's at the end of the month. So I'm just going to put it at that last paycheck. And with the cleaners, which I don't actually have it on here, but if it's the same from before, we usually have 30 days from the time that they come to when we have to pay it. So normally I would pay it by the end of the month. And so I am going to put it at the end. 135. Next we have sewer and garbage. So let's see, that is on the 20th, which is after the third paycheck. And so we will put it in that column. Life insurance is right here on the 15th, which is the same day that we get our third paycheck, but I'm going to put it towards the second just to be safe. And next we have internet, which is at the end of the month. So we're going to pop that at the end also. Next we have Netflix, which is on the 16th. And again, that is pretty close to here. And so we're just going to throw it into the second paycheck, just to kind of be safe so that I can have it ready and not have to rush to allocate that third paycheck. Next, we have Hulu, which is right here. And technically, it's on the same day we would get the fourth paycheck, but we're going to put it on the third to be safe. Granted, it's only $1. And we do have a buffer in our account for if there's a delay in our check or our paychecks or anything. So now we're going to total up all of our fixed expenses. So for the first check, we are allocating $600 fixed expenses. For our second paycheck, we are allocating $629. Our third is $78, and our last check is $302. And so now we're going to move into our variable expenses, and we have our sinking funds amount, which is this total, but there's a lot that's in there, and I do want to pull out some of these things a little earlier. Normally, we fund the sinking funds at the end of the month, and we put a lot of things on our credit card and then pay it off at the end of the month so we can get points. But there's a few things that we need to handle before the end of the month. So first, we have electric here. And if we take a look, that is around the middle of the month. And we'll have two paychecks, so we'll put that in the second one. And we put 90, and usually in the spring, it's right around that amount. For entertainment, we added 150, if you remember, right there. And we're going to pull that full amount at the beginning of the month. Home extras, we have our Nest account coming out, and so we only put 50 in there, but I know that we have money sitting in there, and so we're going to pull it the full 60 amount. Next we have gas, and we added 300, which I'm going to split into the first three paychecks. So we'll put 100 here, 100 here, and 100 here. And that should be enough for the full month. We won't use the full 100 at the beginning of the month, but it'll be nice to have it there and roll over along the way. So then for groceries, we're going to split that out to 150 each week. If we end up not spending 150 in the week, then we can always move it over to the next week. And I think the Costco sale ends in the middle of the month, and so probably in the 3rd week of June, we'll get a new Costco sale ad, and I'll want to stock up on anything that's on sale. Next, we have restaurant. We're going to pull that full amount in the beginning. And then we will do our total variable for each paycheck. And for the first paycheck, we're going to pull 535. For a second, we're going to pull 340. For paycheck number 3, we're going to pull 250. And lastly, on the last check, it will be 150. And then for savings, we are going to transfer that at the end of the month. So that will go over here. And now you're probably thinking, $18.98, you only have $1,400 here. How are you going to do that? That is where this holdover is going to come in. So let me get the calculator. So if we take our first paycheck minus our fixed expenses minus 535 for our variable expenses, we are going to get, you can't even see that. Let me see if I can, there we go, 465. So we will put that down here in the balance, 465, which means we have $465 left from our first paycheck that we will have to hold over for the rest of the month, because again, we've allocated this full income to our bills. So this isn't free money to just do whatever. It needs to go towards the rest of the month. So we will roll it over for our second paycheck. So then that gives these two combined to cover the rest of the second week. So if we go 465 plus 1,400, we're going to subtract out our fixed expenses for the second week minus our variable expenses for the second week. We will get $896. So $896 that we have left over from our first and second paychecks. And that will allow us to move that over to our third paycheck, our third week of our paychecks. So then if we add those, so we're going to subtract out our total fixed expenses, our total variable expenses, and that leaves $2,608 to round out the month. So we will move that up here for our last paycheck of the month. And so those two combined will definitely be enough to cover that savings. So if we go 14 plus 2168 minus our fixed expenses minus our variable expenses, it will equal that. No, it won't. Uh-oh, what did I do? 302 minus 150. Oh, this isn't 150, sorry. So the last thing, I totally missed this. So our sinking funds amount is 1818, and we've taken out electric, entertainment, home extras, and all of our gas. So, okay, so if we take 1818 minus 90 minus entertainment of 150 minus home extras of 60 minus 300 for gas. That gives 1218. So we're going to put that in the last column here for the end of the month to make sure that we've fully funded our sinking funds. For the variable expenses for this last paycheck is actually, let's see if I can do this. It is, we're going to try to fix this. 1,368. That looks so funny, but that's kind of how it has to go without using whiteout. So it's a 1368 is the sinking funds plus that groceries amount. So our total variable expenses is that. So now, if we do this again, our paycheck at the end of the month is 14 plus what we've held over for the month minus our total fixed expenses minus 1368 for our variable expenses. Now it should equal that 1898. Let's see. There it is. So then we have a remaining 1898, which will go to our savings, and then we will have 0 left over, which is the same as our budget, because we make sure that we've allocated and told our money where to go for each month. So that's what that looks like. I hope that helps you kind of see what we do throughout the months to make sure that we have income to pay all of our bills for the month. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. You can put those in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe, of course. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!